Good morning, Maya Bayar back. My alleged friends, Chris in Australia and Stephen in China, have said that looking at my ugly mug on every one of these videos is already a lot to take, and if I'm unshaven, it's just unacceptable. Well, here we go. You be the judge. Here's the plan. Lots more plastering. All over the house, on the outside and the inside, lots more plastering. The swimming pool guys will be working, I think, predominantly on the sunken bench area. The roofing guys, who didn't come in yesterday, so we didn't miss a day, will be continuing with the carport. What could possibly go wrong? The guys are gathering Monday morning. Time for the normal routine. Prayer first. We'll leave them for that. Come back in a moment. Briefing time. So, some words from the engineer and usually the foreman, lead foreman, Manny. Then it's exercise time. Again, back in a moment. Mr. Jesse Bumba and Elson.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jogging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jack. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Done. I'm already only half right. They have started working on plastering the steps and the remaining parts of inside the sunken seating area. But they have also poured concrete this morning into this shallow part of the pool. We'll have to see whether I become less and less correct as the day goes on.
Pare!
Party!
Hey!
Loud Marvin. Working up top. A number of guys are focused up here all the way along this wall to the south side of the house, getting ready for more and more plastering. Up on top, still working on roofing over there. Not quite sure what they're doing though. Maybe that's not one of the roofing guys, it's just one of the regular crew. Can't quite tell. It wasn't one of the roofing crew. They're over here. Not masses more to do with this roof of the carport and the storage room. My back. Yeah, not too many more days on this, I suspect. Up at the front, I think that's Richard. Working on a bit more chipping out, preparing to put plastic just inside. It's one of the last areas upstairs that doesn't have plaster up there. There was another conversation with the builder this morning about this front door. He said, how tall do you want it to be? I said, all the way up. So this door will be 3 meters tall inside the helper's room. Well, continuing to work on one of the walls here. Probably, yes, I can see, but you won't be able to make him out. Inside the bathroom just there. Oh, there's his hand. Rico's working on that one. My bar back. This is new this morning. They have added kind of the lower part of this bridge. As far as I can tell, it is only gravel, quite fine gravel. Plus, as when they poured slabs, this has been watered down already this morning. And it's getting some more right now. Both bridges, same. Continuing the amazing adventures of a compost pile. Jethro in the comments said, what was I going to do with this sawdust? Was I, for example, going to burn it first? Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. In fact, what I've done with it, Jethro. I've just chucked it straight on here. Haven't done anything to it. The general idea is to try to get a combination of what is often termed browns and greens, nitrogen and carbon. There's no need to do anything with sawdust when you put it on. The only slight concern would be if there had been any kind of chemical treatment of the wood that has been turned to sawdust. But even if there has been, I think you just, everything I've seen suggests that simply by watering it down from time to time, over a period of time, whatever chemicals may have been in there will leach out and will not be a problem. So what we have in here now is on the bottom, there was a load of old paper that we got from when we moved, or all the household goods that were wrapped in paper. That's right at the bottom. And then basically we've got 2 or 3 layers of the green, whether it's grass clippings, mostly weeds, followed by a level of sawdust, followed by the green again, followed by the sawdust again, and I can't remember if we've done that 2 times or 3 times. There is a suggestion that you ought to be aiming for a ratio of 4 to 1 nitrogen to carbon. However, trying to work that out, as far as I can tell, is next to impossible. If I took a kilo of sawdust and a kilo of, let's say, grass, I would not have a 1 to 1 ratio of nitrogen to carbon. What would the ratio be? I've got no idea, so I don't care. In general, try and mix it up a little bit. Try and get some brown, try and get some green. Green typically will be plant-based. Brown doesn't have to be brown. The black material, let's call it very dark brown, is coffee grinds from Starbucks. The coffee shops usually just give it away. But that's a plant-based material, so despite appearances, it's green. But just chuck anything in you can. The only things that seem to be best avoided are meat and fat products, simply because they may attract rats and mice. So we won't be adding any of that. But in here, there are food scraps, vegetable food scraps. Can't remember what else, not a lot else. But just mix it up, layer it a little bit. Eventually we'll turn this into another bin, just so we add more air, add water. One suggestion from Wally Trink was, if you are concerned about rats and mice, which honestly over here wouldn't be the end of the world, but if you are, he has suggested planting mint close by, which I've done. I don't think that particular mint is going to survive because it's got very little shade and it's probably too hot. So at some point I need to get some shade cloth, probably just the other side of this wall, which is where that other mint is right now. Get a little bit of shade over there and try and grow some mint. But don't get too fussy about it. I think you chuck on pretty much anything, probably not including meat products and fat products. Try and get a mixture of green and brown. Don't get squiffy about is it 4 to 1, 3 to 1. Articles I've read, in the same article I've said, oh, it should be 4 to 1, and then later on it should be 3 to 1. So don't get precious, just chuck stuff on, leave it alone, add some water, quite a bit of water. I probably still haven't added enough to this one, and let it do its thing. You know, we're not getting any temperature in this yet, but this is only, what, a week or so old since we started loading up this bay. I've no idea how long it will take, or whether indeed it will start to heat up. I suspect it will, but there's no rush. After, I'm going to say probably 2, 3, 4, 5 months, I'm not sure. Might do it sooner. We'll turn it into another bay and get some more air into it, which is the other pretty much prerequisite for composting. But chuck on whatever you like. Don't worry about ratios. Even if you were to have an entire pile of leaves, entirely green, or straw, or, well, no, grass, let's say, it will compost down eventually. Just time. And that's pretty much everything I know about compost. It's 4:30. Yeah, the end of the day. When I said at the start of the day, I thought most of the focus was going to be in here in the sunken seating area, I could not have been really more wrong. What a surprise. Instead, what they have done is waterproofing the floor. So they have put the green, I've forgotten what it was now, but the green material went on first. Then they've added this plaster surface, mortar-y stuff, I give up with all the terms, round to just before that bridge. So another, what, 1 or 2 days, and the bottom of this pool will be waterproofed. Up on the top, I think that's a little bit of new plastering that's been done up there. And then heading back towards the back of the house, they've added more concrete hollow block, I think that's new. So it follows now the line of the roof, basically fills in the gap. The roofing guys have been here at the carport and storage room all day. They've got more purlins going across, and they've got, I think this is new, this larger one at the front. Still more to do, and not their job, but somebody has got to come back afterwards and fill in these big gaps between the walls, beams and the roof. But that's the regular crew, not the roofing crew, that does that. At the front of the house, this is definitely new. A lot more plastering has been going on here. Plus, inside, in a lot of different places, a lot more electrical. Conduit was going in and wires were going in. And earlier on, this was one of the areas that electrical was being dealt with. They were chipping away inside to get basically the conduit and the wiring for the light fixtures that will go up there. It's a bit dark and dingy, but here in the helper's room, only one wall, which is behind me, left to do. And just to my left in the helper's bathroom, there's about 2 walls done, but it is definitely too dark to show you that. The 2 door frames we saw kind of lying around on Saturday, they were for downstairs. One of them is here for this bathroom, which is on the corner of the sunroom, and the other one is for the helper's bathroom that we just came from. That's not been installed yet, but this one clearly has. There we go then, the end of day 145. Slightly less clear and obvious progress, but still, as always, a lot going on, whether it was with plastering or roofing or pool floor waterproofing. So we'll see what new is brought to the party tomorrow. Obviously they will continue with that waterproofing in the swimming pool. They will continue with plastering. They will continue with roofing. We'll see if there's anything else that's new. I do know that the plumber was around today, and we have to answer a couple of questions, particularly about showers. Well, specifically, are we going to have kind of rainfall type showers or standard shower heads? They have to be plumbed a little differently apparently. We know that in the master bathroom we want both. We need to decide on what we're going to do with all the other bathrooms. apart from that, not sure if there's anything else that was going on today. There probably was, and I probably missed it. Anyway, that's it. Day done. Day 145 in the bag. See you tomorrow.